So, not bad, huh? Now we can get down to biz.
Will Kako give you any tips and tricks for the job?
I'm
What a
not your
name.
mother. Just do what I pay you for. It's easy work. Yeah.
Useful.
Let's do this.
Elevator. This way.
One sec. The jury's still out whether it's rust or mud. Roboskin stained rocker Delta Jock jacket. V's favorite shirt. Bought shortly after first job with Jackie. Used air hypo. Handcuffs. Huh.
Target's Sandra Dorset. Target's biomon went mute a couple hours back. Suspected abduction. Target could have possibly flatlined already. Not sure you're in time.
We're in time, Bug. We. Sure you're on phones, but that don't make you any less part of this squad.
Squad. Charming.
Bug, could at least try to be nice.
You want nice, supportive? Call a damn helpline.
Huh. Spunky monkey.
Looking for 1237.
Is that you?
Target should be inside, but I got 0 eyes on her biomon.
Back here.
Fingers crossed it's not too late. Ugh, I hate this life or death Try hacking the door. Hurry. Think you can trip it on your own, V?
No profile.
Read the flavor text for them at some point.
Big move, mano. Are we fucking late? Is that her? Is that our target, V?
Sandra Dorset's protected under Echelon 2 corporal immunity. Our girl's top shelf. This one's packing black market Zeta Tech repros. Typical back alley fix-ups. Not our lucky gal. Let's keep looking.
Bounce back, Mark 1. Where is he on the map? Shard. How did it happen? When and why did we as a society decide that human life is commodity, a luxury? My mother passed away at 45. She still had decades of life to live and was all stolen from her by common pneumonia. If she had held even the cheapest trauma team policy, she could have been cured within an hour. But she couldn't afford it. My mother died 5 months before a scheduled appointment with her family practitioner. The idea of privatized healthcare is deeply ingrained in our public psyche. Already in 2020, there is widespread consensus that €500 a month was a fair price for trauma team insurance. That wasn't something you were given, it's something you earned. The private system may not be perfect, but there's an alternative, we thought. Bullshit. Now across the the Pacific Ocean to USSR, where they also have highly trained medical technicians, high precision nanosurgical suites, specialized antibodies, intravenous probes, list goes on. Emergency airlifts using modern AVs equipped with cryotonic chambers. They have those too. Difference is, it is only for the elite still. They don't leave people down the streets, at the store, in their homes. Force anyone to purchase their lives from corporations if they're the ones who owns it. No, it is the state, comrade. Public healthcare isn't some unachievable utopia, it is a reality. Trauma Team, on the other hand, treats its policyholders as both patients to be treated and potential products to be bought. Save lives only because there's a profit in it. Save life is a returning customer. Client debt can also bring in fiscal gains in form of organ and implant resale, though of course in regulated smaller sums. An emergency care provider can't afford to give its managers reasons to deliberately kill its clientele base for short-term windfalls. Surely, you ask, these medical professionals are also guided by their Hippocratic oaths. Please.
Mira, eyes up. Pendejos ahead. Drop it quiet, V. Baby steps, V. Enemies watching. Nice. Couldn't have done that better myself. Careful now.
On your toes. More bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
These fucking Reapers. Oh yeah, V, they're coming. Wait for your chance. Pick the prick off. Cabrones. Thick as locusts. Let's wait and plan a spree. Take one down. Just real quiet. Hey, grab the one closest. Let's take him. He's right there.
Oh, good, you already got them.
All down. Limp meat. But probably not the last of them. Move on. Move up. I'm behind you, V.
So, what's our weight limit? Do we have a weight limit? Yeah, we do. But everyone's been pretty light so far. Oh yeah, I can do that. Looks like we just weave to right here and be fine. No. Dashing this way.
Don't see any movement on the sensors. Looks like you got them. You're clear to go.
Shit, where the hell's our target?
Look around. Gotta be there somewhere.
Did you just shoot them, or how did you take them both down? Pain editors and mortality rates. Introduction. The implant known widely as the pain editor is cyberware that reduces or entirely eliminates pain. It has enjoyed unwavering popularity for years among certain circles in that city, the most devoted and arguably most valuable of which is mercenaries. It's using this test group that Zetatech conducted the following research. The pain editor is a neural coprocessor that inhibits the signals sent from nociceptors to the parietal lobe of the brain, thus preventing feelings of pain in users. Some models also reduce symptoms of fatigue. Beneficial effects caused by the pain editor in some ways similar to the symptoms of hyposthesia, including greater resistance to physical forms of torture, the ability to ignore pain from severe wounds, which can allow the user to continue to perform beyond normal human limitations for a brief period. However, some studies have reported the pain editor can yield a wide range of undesirable side effects. For example, in heated battle, some users are unaware of the severity of the wounds, which cause them to continue fighting while realizing they are dying, require immediate negative attention. 1, 2, 3. Immediate medical attention. The statistics support the theory that a lack of negative reinforcement may cause the users to continue fighting when the rational strategy would be to retreat and escape death. Since 2020, the mortality rate of pain editors is above 60%. In addition, I addressed the question of how to better protect Zetatech clients from vulnerable death while using our pain editors. You really move slowly with that. This is not Destiny. Like, Jesus. I kind of want to go back to playing Destiny, but I can't because bullshit. The anti-cheat is like Core 0 or something, and it's just like, I'm not messing with that. Uh, lose crit damage but gain mitigation strength. Increases mitigation strength by 3%. Of course, it's fun. We'll stick with what we have. Frayed Scav combat shirt. 8 block damage reduction. Reduces damage consumption when blocking melee attacks. Smites foes with a high concentrated dose of kitsch.
How is it? Flat out doubted we could be that sneaky. And it's not my favorite way to roll, but Nova anyway.
It's not either, but I felt like I should. The game was kind of pushing me to, with how much you were spazzing out about it. The day the tower fell. In early August 2023, a single event would change the course of history. Although it fell against the most bloody backdrop of the Fourth Corporate War, the global media still fed on the story for weeks, and could you blame them? A group of terrorists detonated a nuclear bomb, blowing Arasaka Tower to pieces. Terrorist warning came too late. Not all of the tower's employees could be evacuated. Blast itself killed and wounded thousands, while countless others died from radiation sickness. How did the biggest terrorist attack in the 21st century happen? Who's behind this catastrophe? To find the answers, we need to first understand the context of that era. The early 2020s was a period of unrest for Night City, and anti-corporate sentiment was at an all-time high. The epicenter of the city's lawlessness stood the Atlantis Club. It was seen as an island of resistance against the powers that be, primarily mega-corporations like Militech and Biotechnica, though a special place in hell was reserved for Arasaka, the Japanese arms manufacturing Zaibatsu that held the most influence over Night City. The kinds of people who frequented Atlantis felt that corporations had hijacked the future and turned people into corporate consumer slaves, and ironically deprived of the two things capitalism loved most: freedom and choice. These people called themselves edge runners. They positioned themselves against corporate world order, declared their own freedom and opposition status quo, but deprived of any peaceful way to meaningfully change what they called the system, reached for more radical methods of self-expression. These people were no strangers to violence. Weird.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Shit, B. I got a stomach of steel, but this... this... I wasn't made for this shit, you know. Chop shops. What they do to people. Fucking scav psychos. No more jobs like this. Te lo juro por mi madre. V!
Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it? She alive?
About to find out.
V, jack into her biomon. Need to know what we're dealing with.
This does not look good.
You're finally here.
She's in the tub of ice, crammed in with another. Fuck. Like slabs of meat.
Keep it together, V. If she survives, she won't remember a thing. Tiny scar on the subconscious, that's all.
Or people who live through shit like this get panic attacks. Without ever knowing why. You'd be sipping a glass of ice cold water and suddenly your hand's shaking.
V, jack into her biomon. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Jacking in.
Don't worry, they're masculine nipples, it's fine.
Sandra Dorset, NC570442. Traumatine Platinum.
Platinum? Shit. Trauma should have swooped in if she sneezed.
Guessing they jammed the transmitter, Sig. Looking at a hacked Biomon, firmware reconfig, or a neurovirus.
Carajo, T-Bug. You ain't seeing this place. This is tubs, ice, hooks, and cleavers.
Scott Muncher's hack, huh? Got an idea. Check her neuroport. Find a shard? Yeah, pull it. That'll be what's muting the Biomon.
Is that even safe? Can't we just get her out of here?
We found her still breathing. Can't lose her. We need that Biomon working, checking for hemorrhages, whatever. Find that shard and yank it.
Found the shard. Removing now.
Check the Biomon. Anything change?
Greetings, Sandra. If you are conscious, assume recovery position now. An emergency evacuation unit has been dispatched and is due to arrive at your location in 180 seconds.
Biomon claims trauma will be here in 3 minutes.
Your premium plan will cover 90% of the projected costs of your rescue and treatment.
Ay, pobrecita. Let's get her off that ice.
Jack, look sharp. Not done yet. Don't know who's out there.
Locked and ready, hermano. Do your thing.
Oh, fuck.
She's flatlining.
B, need to know what's going on.
Jackie, air hypo. Fuck, this is bad.
Hey, catch, vato!
There's no way I can censor this.
Holy shit, it worked.
Fuera, cabrón. Get her outside.
I'm gonna bitch about something here for a moment. Sorry for interrupting. One thing that does annoy me. Game of Thrones was on TV. There's sibling fucking in that. There's nudity, there's sex, there's gore, there's death, there's violence. That's fine. There's plenty of sex and things, that's fine. There's nudity, there's, you know, things aren't clean. But they get advertising. They get advertisers. They aren't being censored. I put up, there's a chick that has her tits out here, because she's, you know, this condition. Yeah, no, my video is going to get R18, you have to give Google your ID, you know, or a credit card, and if you want to see it, and I can't get advertisements on it, as if I can. I don't have advertisements on the channel, as of time of recording. Actually, Google may actually run ads on this. I just won't get anything. I remember hearing that they do that. I don't know. But, yeah. It's frustrating. Like, say if I did have monetization on the channel, boobs there, no monetization. Yet, I go, that's not advertiser safe. Yet, advertiser no problem, like, you know, Cersei and Jaime just stop pumping, and it's like, cuts to an ad break. Get some Genko's coffee. There's no problem there. It's like, what the fuck?
Scav rats abandoning ship. Must have seen trauma. Decided to cut their losses.
Damn, I was home to coup de grace them.
Fuera, get her out.
Landing. Stand clear. Initiating security protocol. Follow all instructions. Stop in the doorway.
It's hard to stop in the doorway if you're that late on informing me.
Place the patient on the ground.
Do you mean on the stretcher?
Five steps back. Now.
Ow.
TT-133 to control. Patient NC570442 secured. Stimulants being administered. 70 milligrams dopamine, 110 norepinephrine, 800 fibrinogen.
Add them to the list.
Let's get out of here. Elevator gets us to the garage direct.
Good work. Shit show's over. Cutting my wires now. See you in the near future.
Listen, Mano. I got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels? I got a date with Misty, but I can't take the metro. How's it gonna look for me?
Won't leave you hanging, Jack. But don't get used to it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. If you put it down, you just throw it. Small spot. Just hoping we could holster it.
Saving my ass, V. Thank you. How about I drive you home, huh?
Nice food.
She's all yours. I'm beat as it is.
Oh, almost forgot. Should get Wakako on the holo. Tell her the job's done.
Go, Jackie.
Gonna be long?
V, how did it go? Our client is alive and well?
Of course she's alive and well. That's what we agreed, isn't it?
Splendid. Your payment awaits you, ready to come and grab whenever you like, even right away. But I guess home is the only place you wish to be now. The NCPD has surrounded Watson. The district is closed. If you're to make it past the cordon, you must move fast.
Thanks for the heads up. Swing by to see you later. Word's out the NCPD's gonna put Watson on lockdown. If I'm gonna sleep in my own bed tonight, we better put it in 5th.
Leave it to me, Mano. I'm driving.
I presume I dropped the gun out there, right? No. Better actually acknowledge that option.
They don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up here with the snakes. City of dreams, city of game. You don't believe in no fate.
Can't stop digging Night City.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, Mano. Not just any other city. Morgan Blackhand, Andrew Wayland, Adam Smasher. Legends are born here.
City of dreams, city of Scully in the gullies, yeah. Bully in the burrows,
Man, I'm starving. Let's grab a tight bite. What do you say?
Jackie, they're locking down Watson, remember?
Oh, shit. You're right. Is it just me, or... Oh, fucking know it. Man on our ass, tailing us. Jurado. I don't like this one. Not one tiny bit. Scab! Hijo de puta!
Fucking drive, Jackie.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Come on, feet!
Can't keep her steady.
Hold tight, V!
Move.
Mierda!
Don't wear high heels here. They're strict movement.
Got you! Chingado!
Damn it, there was loot there. Okay. I have a double barrel shotgun now. Devastating power at an affordable price. It's got thermal damage. This gun actually, Unity actually has electrical damage. So another Unity, but with a different skin. It's mid-tier, but it's nothing really to complain about. Easy use, it's a comfortable grip, and will support it's reliable. Don't overthink it. Ah, and that's the gun he'd started with, because revolvers never go out of fashion. God's gift to the inalienable right of self-defense. Eh.
Scratched your baby up pretty bad. Sorry, V.
It's okay. It can wait. Let's just focus on getting home.
Hey, I was gone for a minute, now I'm back for another. Let me paint you a picture. Propane in the winter, snowflake in the summer, no cake and for dinner. Can't hang, hit a chin up. Stay
Yeah.
Damn. We're pulling out all the stops.
Kabuki.
Put a Frank on my shit, let it bang in the whip. I don't break his for nothing. Hey, Zaddy keep on tapping that percussion.
Watson's on lockdown to further notice. Necessary security measure.
Officer, ma'am. Damn, are we ever lucky we ran into you.
Really? What's it that makes me so special?
Heart of gold? Cause only somebody with a heart of gold can understand just how much I need to get back to my girl.
Your girl?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna be worried sick if I don't show. I mean, I'm trying to be a stand-up guy. She's giving me a chance. Waiting.
That's a shame.
Look at him. No model citizen, maybe, but he's a good kid.
Let them through. But they're the last.
That worked.
Okay, on your way.
You have a good evening now, officer, ma'am.
That's gonna bite us in the ass.
So you can be nice when you feel like it.
When am I not nice?
Always?
I'm always never not nice.
I like him. I do have a grudge against that one EMT. You can catch a bullet. You can catch 20.
Check it out, V. Shit's going down.
Doesn't look like your average bust.
These ain't your average badges. That's MaxTac. NCPD's apex predators.
Oh, they're not getting that
MaxTac
car
rolls
back.
in when things fly out of hand. Gonks out there, though. Just a midday snack for them. Well, show's over. Poor bastards. But they had it coming.
Be careful. I'm surprised they didn't just open fire. They're all kind of loose cannons. Oh, that's nice. Might do that, but I feel like I'll miss conversation.
You made it. Almost at your place.
What about you? Not likely to make it back to Haywood now.
Chill, V. They'll let me through.
Sure about that?
Oh, yeah. I'll play nice Jackie again.
Keep on fronting my past. Backseat drama go crash. If you keep eyeing my lemon, I'ma take your woman in the back. Tell me how you like this. You like this. You like this. Yeah. Tell me how your baby don't.
Sweet dreams then.
Tell Misty I said hi.
I will. Ahí luego.
Mr. Stud. Can't jump here. £5. Cherry pie, mint pie, peach pie, and grape pie. Wet dream. Be the dream or the dreamer. The ultimate sexploitive experience. Exposure of taste.
All pleasure from all.
Good evening, Night City. My first guest tonight is the
Bug.
president of the church.
Forgot earlier. A runner I know has something you could probably use. Zipping you her deets.
It's an important task in developing your networking skills. You should complete it once you get a chance.
And our second guest is Karina Lee, host of the Chip In program, which promotes the use of cybernetic implants. How's my tuning here, beautiful?
Can't complain, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
Now, I'd like us to talk about the most exclusive and highly sought-after implant on the market today, Arasaka Corp's Relic. But maybe we ought to make sure our fair...
Actually, can we even jump in this game?
Karina, what is Relic exactly? In a word, if you could.
In one word, I'd say immortality.
Immortality? Really?
That's right. Relic allows you to transfer the consciousness from a dying person, finding a new home for their soul on a transferable chip. This person, they'll never leave your side, a companion forever with you in your own consciousness. Just a...
Child, think for a moment about what you're saying. This relic is an abomination that feeds on human misery. It is an unnatural likeness, a golden calf born by false prophets. Arasaka speaks of preserving the soul, but they can promise nothing more than a heartless, mindless algorithm speaking with the voice of the departed. What's more, this technology is just another tool of coercion and corruption. Only the wealthy and powerful elite will have access, and they will pay any price in exchange for a chance at this so-called immortality.
Well, that is true that Arasaka Corp has specifically limited access to the relic in order...
Your promise is a lie, an evil lie, motivated by greed and... Now that is rich. Hey, excuse me? False promises, greed, a lust for power. Why, sounds an awful lot like the church to... What? How dare you? Do you not promise a life after death? Do you not charge funeral fees to a family in mourning? Maybe the Reverend is just afraid of some healthy competition, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit different.
You believe everything in this world...
They're like funeral fees at least.
Measured, rationalized.
And wouldn't we be right? We can construct artificial brains, create new consciousness.
But I ask you why? What does that give us? Are we as a people on this earth any happier for it? You claim that this relic gives eternal life. But all I see is an eternity of suffering. Rather than say goodbye, we haunt ourselves with their voices, their presence. What do you folks think? Who holds the truth? Is it Ms. Lee or maybe Reverend Culver? That is up to you. Send Culver or Lee to 7892 to cast your vote and enter your name for a chance to win tickets to this year's playoff. Until next time, Night City. Toodles.
The priest, Padre there makes a good argument, actually. I'd like to make a fair point. Like, the issue, like, I'm all pro, you know, immortality through cybernetics. I like that idea. But the issue becomes, like, how well is it, you know? Does it actually work? Like, is it actually... Like, how well are they copying it? Are they actually doing it the person justice? Or is it superficial, you know? There's a line there. Now, if it's superficial enough, you couldn't consider it, you know, couldn't even consider a person, never mind a particular person. Crime and punishment and zombies. Wipeout. Happy hour.
Gotta be some kind of scam. Gonna have a word with this super. Oh yeah.
But, how do you articulate it? There's something over there, apparently. But...
What is it then?
Just later, alright? I got a clusterfuck on my hands right now.
So you are embarrassed.
Fucking gone, piece of shit.
But, yeah, my basically thought process is, it's just, it depends, part of it would depend on how well they even copy a person, you know?
Largest and contains both toxic and biological waste. Already 7 firefighters combating the blaze have died, and another 40 have suffered from severe burns and toxin exposure. The Swedish Academy Award for Literature has announced.
I'm tired. My brain isn't fully kicking into gear. Apologies. You can get Rebecca's gum, people were saying. I don't know about anyone else.
Latest recipient,
But
Virginia Grandchester.
also implanting the people into your own head? That doesn't sound great, really. Wouldn't you really want to implant them in another body so they can actually be an active participant in life? Interesting having someone else in your head, certainly. Be an experience. But it's not really much of an immortality if you're trapped in, you know, if you're just a ghost haunting someone, you know? What makes someone a criminal? Getting cock. But, yeah. I'm certainly going by what the Reverend's saying in a different way, but, like, they're promising immortality, but, and he's calling it false promises. Yeah, they could be. I'm taking in a different view than, oh, I can't actually pay for these. Very nice. How much money do I even have? 400. Nicola. Seems to be advertising chick's ass. I'll buy its grape. But anyway. What am I trying to even say here? Yeah, the other one's bragging about how good it was, while he's making a point that it's exclusive just to the rich. This shot at immortality. But while he's certain that it's nothing but a false promise, who knows how well it even works? Then there's always the philosophical argument, like, is it the person or not? But I can't remember his exact phrasing, but it's making me think of the idea that you could try copying someone's consciousness, and you could get it so far, but it's just superficial. It's a little more than a chatbot. You'd have to do a damn good job to actually be considered, that person, or even an adequate copy, If they half-ass it enough, it's none but more than a convincing chatbot. And given how dystopian the setting is, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a convincing chatbot angled in their favor. But that's just my paranoia. Out of two, the Padre gets my vote. Different POVs, obviously, but he's actually criticizing it. And countdown for you. Spontaneous craving satisfaction machine. A function. I need to get around to watching Cyberpunk. Don't actually currently have Netflix, so I can't. Don't know if people hate Adam Smasher, and I've been seeing enough spoilers. I've been trying to ignore them, but it doesn't really work. Oscar Morris, civilian. Bad. Okay. Don't wear this if you haven't listened to the album at least 50 times. For hot days on the street and in the weight room. For an elegant choice for those without taste or imagination. Change appearance back to the wardrobe. Attachments, a scope. A Mark 8 blue clear view. Where did I get the blue from? Mark 8 clear view. A long scope, lacking additional features, but does include an ammo counter attached to the left side. Simple but effective. over substance. Body needs some tweaks. Approach mirror. Change appearance. Got some favorite trends. Do that. Dick and whiskey. Spunky monkey. Oh, so was that what I was messing up at with that PC back in the other place? Could have just held it down. Messages. Mega Medicine Lottery. Buy 2 tickets, get a third for free. Thousands of prizes are still available. Drugs, reanimators, primary... cyberpsychosis vaccines, Ripidoc referrals. While supplies last, your neighbors already have their tickets. Buy yours. Penis Nanogen Scam Alert. Do not click on emails with ads for penis enlargement nitrogen. This is a scam. Ordinary Joes cannot stimulate new cell growth. The only only tested and proven method for penis enhancement is still the Airsex hormone treatment. I have 7 days. Didn't believe it would work, but I was desperate. I only had a week to get my penis big, and I knew Mr. Stud wouldn't cut it. Fortunately, Airsex did a trick, and I've still got the nail marks on my back to prove it. Richard Towers. You've been attacked. 3 demons, 2 attempts to obtain person data, 1 to corrupt your neural processor. Oh my god. Can a city, any city, be perfect? They say nothing's perfect, but Night City sure does come close. When Richard Knight drew his first sketches, he dreamed of creating a new society. His vision has survived in the majestic shapes of buildings, the complex layout of streets, and the ever-industrious inhabitants themselves. Feast your optics on Richard Knight's urban masterpiece, standing tall after 80 years. Cool off in the shadow of corporate skyscrapers in Corpo Plaza. Eat scrumptious origami in the new neon glow in Japantown. Get footloose in any of the clubs downtown. Just remember staying in neighborhoods under NCPD jurisdiction. Night City wears many different masks. Founded in May 1994, but its story starts much earlier. The day the young visionary Richard Knight founded Knight International, known today as Knight Corp, when the world descended chaos near the end of the 20th century. Richard Knight dreamed of a modern city free of oppression, poverty, and the errors of the past. A city that would be guided by invisible hands of corporate experts. Long after, Knight went into business with 3 huge investors: Arasaka, EBM, and Petrochem, who financed construction metropolis. Night City's original name was Coronado City, taken from the bay that it was founded on. I wouldn't be surprised if they plonked it on a child. The following years witnessed global war and ecological destruction. The United States of America collapsed. Knight's vision, which had been slowly growing on elites, suddenly felt necessary. They understood that humanity needed a bastion of law and order upheld by corporations. Coronado City started to attract even more investors. Unfortunately, not everyone agreed on Knight's ideas. Shortly after, our founding father was murdered by an unknown assailant, still unknown to this day. In his honor, the city council decided to change the metropolis' name. Since then, it has appeared on maps as Night City. Next decade was marked by a period of anarchy. When the Knights said the city became a bed of lawlessness. The situation became so dire that in 2011, corporations restructured the council, and Night City continued to function in the form we know today. Even in spite of terrorist attacks, the Fourth Corporate War, or the hostile ambitions of the New USA, the city still lives and breathes, nurtured under the wings of Arasaka and other mega corporations. Police Department, Rapid Transit. Yeah, sadly Metro is not actually functioning. You have to have a mod for it. Apparently it's mostly in the game, but not fully, or something. Like, the modders just fixed up some, like, loose threads kind of thing. Samurai. Hear my call, I'm chipping in. Total war, I'm chipping in. Cases fall, I'm chipping in. Kill them all. Welcome to my Samurai website. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't know. Fuck all. Silverhand for life. Kareem 012. The greatest band of all time was formed at the start of the 21st century, Night City. Its members included Johnny Silverhand, the Lord of Punk, anti-establishment warrior, ex-soldier, and arch-nemesis of corporations. Vocals, guitar. Kerry Eurodyne. Pal of Johnny, who sang almost just as good, but without that extra edge. When mainstream as bands split up. Vocals, guitar. Denny, tough as nails chick who beat the shit out of those drums. Nancy, currently known as Belle's Isis, a virtuoso on the keys. Apparently she threw her abusive husband out of a Mega Block window. Too bad she sold out to N54 News. Keyboard. Henry, a do-it-all whiz kid, worked on the first personal ink prototype. Samurai started out by playing in a small, smoke-filled club called Rainbow Cadenza. I'll never forget the vibe. Dust-ups with corpos, drinking contests with Nance. Listening to Johnny's hour-long tirades, not to mention sense of humor. One time he printed shirts for a 2020 worldwide concert tour. It's funny, because Samurai couldn't even get on an arena gig in the States. He picked some random places. Beijing, Sapporo, Katowice. I happen to have one of the shirts myself. Too bad no one got the joke. What is the joke necessarily? I think I need to know more about the setting to actually get it. I know nothing. Real rock with a capital R, died the way of Silverhand, with a flash and a tower crumbling bang. So here, listening to songs Johnny and we remember, there's nothing left for us. We'll have a look at more of that later. So what? He's a magical girl? His clothes just disappeared off him. Maho Shoujo? What's that? Oh, what's that? Fuck if I know. Stash secure system for storing equipment. All safe houses of vehicles. Ooh, handy. Very nice place. Bolshevik vodka. Real water, still. Yes, it's still real water. Released. Brain dancers. Ah, brain dances. Yes, that's what BD stands for. I'm still stuck on my idea of it though. What's up, brain dance? What's up, BD maniacs? Hungry for a new emo rush? Then check out the latest word from the freshest BDs in the market. Foreign body. The body's everything. There's nothing else. It is you, but it's also just a tool for your mind to interact with the world. What would happen if this tool tried to live its own life? What if it tried to kill you? Though not a particularly original addition to the genre, this brain dance featuring Luke Polar is still a solid experiential ride. The fear of a disobedient implants have been around since pirates were walking around on peg legs. Well, maybe not that long. As a result, the trope has been pervasive in film, brain dance, and urban legend alike. I remember having dreams. Have a store, but it would keep growing and just bouncing around the place, getting up to shit, and everyone would be angry at me, but it was doing its own fucking thing. Still, Foreign Body borrows some of the genre's best elements, while still incorporating just enough new stuff in the mix to keep it interesting. After all, it's not every day you see the world from the perspective of a sentient arm. Maxwell's Rehab. Wonder if he ever sorts out his demons. Or his ghosts. This braindance session has been chock full of horror, so this one stands out from the rest. Though it's phenomenal, Maxwell Ramirez is pushed to the brink of cyberpsychosis, so we can relive his return to normalcy. The title offers a tone of optimism, but don't let that fool you. Relive Maxwell slipped into psychosis, the heartbreak of his wife, and gradual reintegration into a world that is now far different from how he left it. This BD is a must relive of the season. It's not for the faint of heart. Battlelands Raid. And that's a BD for those looking for something a little lighter. Battlelands Raid is a remake of the 2023 classic, which is an innovative tour de force of time. For those of you unfamiliar, the plot revolves around an ordinary, boring guy who accidentally gets tangled up in a nomad ambush on a Zeta Tech convoy. Won't spoil it because it's... I won't spoil it because even though the plot hasn't changed in 54 years, most people these days probably don't know the ending. What I will say is this. The remake's creators have introduced a few modern twists into the story that should make for a pleasant surprise to classic lovers and newbies alike.
Welcome to N54 News. I'm Jillian Jordan, and this is the latest from around the world. The Lunarinskaya uranium mine collapse that occurred just outside Novosibirsk in southern Siberia has concluded with a happy ending. As you recall, 35 miners became trapped deep underground following a high-magnitude earthquake. But thanks to their Suez Lake 2 hibernation implants, the miners were able to survive without access to food and fresh water for 2 weeks. Fortunately, after their rescue and following a brief rest for technical evaluation, the miners were able to immediately return to work. Moving from
fun.
to above it, Militech has announced plans to establish a new colony on the Red Planet. The proposed base will be subdivided into 3 areas: industrial, scientific, and residential. 10 residential modules are already available for purchase at a starting rate of €100 million, a hefty price.
Mr. Stern, all night, every night. Don't be soft. Upgrade now.
Yatic! All pleasure. Bravo. Provides 330% recommended daily vitamins.
Synthetic meat, you're in for a treat. Try ours today.
Tiancha, come.
Welcome to Safe and Sound. My name is Sergeant Dobbs, and today I'll tell you how to survive a cyber psycho attack.
itself a trade union has been eradicated. These self-proclaimed representatives of Night City's
Royal.
working class attempted to organize a strike, which could have led to financial losses in the millions. Remember, if you come across these so-called union representatives, immediately contact the NCPD or the appropriate corporate security forces. More and more patients have been filing into hospitals throughout Night City with injuries caused by malfunctions in illegally purchased cyberware. Unauthenticated implants have caused several fatal short circuits already. The NCPD urges all cyberware users to buy only from licensed manufacturers. It's worth the investment.
One sec.